everyone! Welcome back to Beyond Curious English. I'm Emma.
And I'm Daniel. And if this is your first time here, we're really happy you found us.
We really are. Wherever you're listening from, thank you for spending a little part of your day with us.
Unless you're listening while doing your homework. In that case, please finish your homework first.
Daniel, that's terrible advice for a YouTube channel.
You're right. Forget homework. Choose us. Choose happiness.
Please don't listen to him. Education is important.
I agree. That's why you're here. This counts as education. Technically.
Technically is doing a lot of work in that sentence.
A lot of heavy lifting.
So, Daniel, how has your day been?
Honestly, pretty good. I started the morning with coffee, which usually improves my personality by at least 30%.
Only 30? I thought coffee was doing at least 70% of the work.
That's fair. Without coffee, I'm mostly just loading, like an old computer from 2004.
Please wait. Daniel is updating. Estimated time remaining, 3 cups of coffee.
Exactly. What about you? How was your day?
Pretty calm, actually. I went for a walk this morning. No phone, no music, just walking.
That sounds peaceful.
It was. And strangely, some of my best ideas arrive when I'm not trying to think.
That's interesting. Because today's episode is actually connected to that idea.
It is. Because today we're talking about something many English learners worry about, but rarely talk about openly.
What if you're not learning English as much as you think you are?
What if you're spending hours every week with English, but your brain isn't turning that time into progress?
That sounds scary.
A little, but also very normal.
Because almost every learner experiences this at some point. Watching videos, listening to podcasts, reading articles, studying grammar, doing everything correctly, and still feeling stuck.
And eventually, a difficult question appears. Am I wasting my time?
That's the question we're exploring today. Not to make anyone feel guilty, not to judge anyone, but to understand what learning really looks like.
Because sometimes the difference between progress and frustration isn't effort, it's direction.
So get comfortable, take a breath, and let's explore this together.
Daniel, can I ask you something?
Always.
Have you ever spent an entire day feeling busy and then realized you didn't actually do anything important?
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes I spend 20 minutes deciding which productivity video to watch instead of being productive.
Research before procrastination. Very professional.
Exactly. I like my procrastination to be well prepared.
I think many English learners do something similar. Not because they're lazy, not because they don't care, but because the brain loves comfortable progress.
Comfortable progress. I like that phrase.
Imagine 2 people. The first person watches English videos for an hour. The second person speaks English for 10 minutes. Which one learned more?
Most people would probably say the person who studied for an hour.
And sometimes that's true, but not always, because time and learning are not the same thing.
Listening feels easy. Reading feels safe. Watching feels productive. But remembering a word and trying to use it in a sentence feels difficult.
Our brains don't enjoy difficult things very much.
No, but strangely, difficulty is often a sign that learning is happening.
That's one of the most frustrating parts of learning. The moments that feel slow are often the moments when your brain is working the hardest.
Exactly. Think about going to the gym. Watching fitness videos for 3 hours doesn't build muscles.
Unfortunately,
Otherwise, I'd be an Olympic athlete by now.
Same.
The muscles grow when you do the uncomfortable part, the lifting, the effort, the repetition.
Language learning works in a very similar way. Your English grows when your brain has to search, when it has to remember, when it has to struggle a little.
Not too much struggle. We're learning English, not trying to open a jar that's been closed since 1998.
Exactly. A little challenge is good. A little panic is not.
That's actually important, because many learners make the opposite mistake too. They make everything difficult. Hard books, fast podcasts, complicated grammar.
And then they blame themselves when it feels impossible.
But learning doesn't need to feel impossible. It just needs to feel active.
Maybe the real question isn't, how many hours did I study today? Maybe the better question is, what did my brain actually do today?
Did it watch? Or did it participate?
That's where real learning usually begins.
Emma, I think this is where many learners become frustrated because they feel like they're working hard. And honestly, they are.
I agree. Most learners aren't lazy. The problem usually isn't effort. It's where the effort goes.
That's an important difference because spending 3 hours with English and training your brain for 3 hours are not always the same thing.
Exactly. Sometimes we choose activities that make us feel productive, but they don't ask very much from our brain.
It's a little bit like going to a swimming pool and spending 2 hours sitting near the water.
Technically, you spent time at the pool.
Yes, but nobody becomes a better swimmer that way.
Unfortunately not. The learning starts when you enter the water, even if it feels awkward at first.
By the way, awkward means uncomfortable or a little strange. And honestly, speaking English for the first time can feel very awkward.
Absolutely. Pauses feel awkward. Mistakes feel awkward. Forgetting words feels awkward.
Sometimes you even forget words in your own language.
That happens more often than people think.
Especially when someone asks, "So, tell me about yourself." Suddenly, your brain closes all applications.
System error. Please restart learner.
Exactly. And that's normal. Not a sign that you're bad at English, just a sign that your brain is working under pressure.
And pressure changes performance. Not only in language learning, in sports, in music, even in simple conversations.
Which means something very important. The goal isn't to remove pressure completely. The goal is to become comfortable with small amounts of pressure.
Because confidence doesn't usually arrive first. Practice comes first. Confidence often arrives later.
I wish more learners knew that, because many people wait until they feel ready to speak.
But readiness is a strange thing. Sometimes it only appears after you start, not before.
Almost like exercise. Nobody wakes up one day and suddenly loves running.
Some people don't even love running while they're running.
Most runners I know are negotiating with themselves the entire time.
Just 5 more minutes.
Maybe 4?
3 sounds reasonable.
Language learning can feel exactly the same. The beginning often feels difficult, but difficult doesn't mean wrong.
Sometimes, difficult simply means you're growing.
And maybe that's something we all need to remember more often.
So, Daniel, if watching videos isn't enough, what should learners do instead?
The good news is you probably don't need more time. You may just need a different kind of time.
I like that. A different kind of time. Not more, just different.
Exactly. Let's imagine 2 learners. The first learner watches English videos for an hour. The second learner watches a 10-minute video and then spends 5 minutes speaking about it. Which brain worked harder?
Definitely the second one.
Usually, yes, because the brain remembers what it uses, not only what it sees.
It's a little like cooking. Reading recipes helps. Watching cooking videos helps. But eventually, you have to enter the kitchen.
Otherwise, you're just becoming an expert at watching other people cook.
Which is still better than my cooking skills.
How bad are we talking?
Let's just say, my smoke alarm and I have a complicated relationship.
That's concerning.
For everyone involved.
Language learning works in a similar way. Your brain learns faster when it creates something. A sentence, an opinion, a question, even a mistake.
Especially a mistake. Sometimes mistakes are proof that learning is happening.
Exactly. Because mistakes mean you're trying, you're testing ideas, you're building connections.
By the way, connections simply means links between ideas inside your brain. The stronger the connections become, the easier English feels.
That's why speaking to yourself can actually help.
Yes, and it doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need a classroom. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't even need another person.
You can simply ask yourself, what did I do today? What am I eating? What am I planning tomorrow?
Simple questions, simple answers, small repetitions.
And repetition means doing something again and again. That's how the brain becomes faster.
Not through pressure, not through panic, through repetition.
I think many learners underestimate small practice because small progress doesn't feel exciting.
But small progress has a secret advantage. It's easier to continue.
And consistency usually beats intensity.
By the way, consistency means continuing regularly over time, even if each step is small.
5 minutes every day can change more than 2 hours once a week.
Because language learning isn't really a race. It's more like building a habit.
And habits grow quietly, usually much more quietly than we expect.
Daniel, I think this might be one of the most comforting ideas for language learners.
Which one?
The idea that feeling stuck doesn't always mean you're failing. Sometimes it simply means you're in the middle of learning.
That's an important difference because from the inside, progress often feels invisible.
Especially in language learning. You don't usually wake up one morning and say, wow, my English improved by 12% over a month.
If that ever happens, please tell us your secret.
Most progress is quieter than that. One day you understand a sentence that confused you last month. One day you answer a question without translating first. One day you notice that English feels lighter.
And those moments are easy to miss because we're often looking for huge changes.
While the brain is usually building small changes, slowly, quietly, day after day.
Maybe learning English is a little like growing a tree. You water it, you take care of it. You don't see much happening at first, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening.
Growth often happens before we can see it.
And perhaps that's something worth remembering, not only for English, but for almost every skill we learn.
So if you've been feeling stuck lately, this is your reminder. Feeling slow is not the same as standing still.
And spending time with English isn't the goal. Building experiences with English is.
Reading, speaking, thinking, making mistakes, trying again. Those moments matter.
More than perfect grammar. More than perfect pronunciation. More than perfect timing.
Before we finish today's episode, we'd love to hear from you.
Have you ever had a moment where you realized, I've spent a lot of time learning English, but not enough time using English?
Or maybe you've discovered a study habit that genuinely helped you improve.
Tell us in the comments. Your experience might help another learner somewhere in the world.
And if you enjoyed today's conversation, We'd love for you to join us again. You can subscribe, leave a comment, or share the episode with someone learning English.
Thank you for spending part of your day with us.
Take care of yourself. Keep learning.
Keep growing.
And stay curious.
Bye.
Bye.